looks like.
Since do you want him to stay here as a guest speaker for the entire match?
That's fine.
Since you're so
the
graciously let us.
If you want.
Well, thank you for having me, guys.
You know his deck, right?
Well, I played against Marcus in top 8.
So you know what kind of plays to expect.
I do. I know that Henko is an amazing player, though.
Absolutely.
He's one of the rising stars.
Well, all right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is our main event of the evening. We have the championship match, the Season 1 finale of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Open Cash Championship. We've got Henko Chow on the left, 2nd seed, against Marcus, the 5th seed. And they're doing the die roll, and we are getting ready for a barn burner, boys.
Here we go.
Here we are, Henko Chow, Marcus, the finals of our Season 1 finale. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in to watch us today and stuck with us the entire way. If you're just tuning in now, or you've been watching us the entire way, thank you very much. I am David Bowie, paired up with my partner in crime, Alfonso Romero here.
Hello. And we have ourselves a guest speaker with us.
Our guest, the man who owns the venue, the MVP Lounge, located here in Mississauga, Ontario.
1325 Eglinton West. Sorry. East. Yeah, we all got confused on that one.
Thank you very much for having this, Joe. And here we go. We are ready to start the main events. Here we go. Henko Chow opens up reinforcement of the army. He's going to search out for that Deneb once again, most likely.
Good thing that card came back to 3 for that.
And there it is. Yes, that reinforcement back at 3, putting in work. And there it goes. There's the Deneb searching out for the ever so fun Satellar Altair, the best friend indeed.
He's an assassin.
Oh, I can't get over how the match
And oh no, he went for a Vega this time. Wow. No.
Better than Konami.
Better than Konami.
Better than Konami.
Oh. So this time he opts to go for a Vega. What is this? Perhaps does he have a couple too many Altairs in his hand? We're going to see. Henko Chow setting 3. Sending it right back to Marcus.
It's hard to say that there's not an alpha down there.
Yeah.
Two players that
more
have
than likely
been
advantage.
Yeah. They're not. If it's advantage and an alpha. Well, you mentioned a warning, too.
And there's the mathematician to start. That's a great response to Henko. That's not what you want to see.
The strongest card, the strongest first turn play.
You definitely don't want to see that if you're a Satellar player having a Deneb. You don't want that crashing.
He has the option of either sending Shadow or a Burning Abyss.
Arguably,
on his hand, he'll probably send like Shadow.
Arguably, if you send the Squamata Beast, you're just loading your just in case you do have the one soul charge.
Right? Your deck, drawing cards.
Correct, right? You don't want to draw Squamata turns in, right?
Well, if he's running both, then he definitely has options to pick it up, and who knows what he's going to send. It's all dependent on what his hand is.
Oh, no, there's random. Humble bragging. Better than ARG.
There it is.
Hashtag better than ARG.
Squamata coming out, and Squamata is going to activate. And what is he going to dump with it?
SOs to Joe for letting me work the pull.
So is it going to be a beast? Is it going to be a dragon? Or is it going to be a falco, hedgehog? There's options.
It looks like, yeah, the Squamata is going to send... Arguably, Beast would be a better play, right?
Oh, Beast.
I think Beast or Dragon.
Beast or Dragon.
Dragon's blind.
So there's the blind.
Yeah,
he's going to roll a die, probably.
Well, you're going to take the risk, right?
Or he's going to get rid of an alpha.
Oh,
He probably wants to hit a Typhoon.
MST.
No,
That's
With
that's
no
going to be
back
really
row?
good, so he can have better safe sets there on his back rows. He definitely wants to get the Sinister Shadow games
And
off.
it is the best turn one play. Actually, I don't know what he said. He could have just attacked him to Jeanette.
Marcus also plays like Phoenix with Wing Blast, which is strong back row.
Yeah.
It sets your opponent back a turn, so it's good to clear the MST.
Then he opted
So
not to
Vega-
ram.
No, because then he knows Altair can just grab and search.
So he goes for the Vega.
He doesn't need to give him any more unnecessary plus.
It doesn't seem like he's using Vega's effect.
Doesn't
use it,
but he
I
seems to
wouldn't
summon
use
it
it.
anyway.
He could cast out that.
This is rather peculiar playing from Henko here that he's went for the Vega instead of the Altair.
Peculiar indeed, actually.
And he didn't summon Altair. And
Well,
he's
he
going to go
didn't,
with
he,
Castel.
didn't, he didn't have the Jeanette.
Yeah, he didn't have anything engraved. It's
So
peculiar.
Castel's,
Castel played in like 2 or 3 at each deck.
And he sent that mathematician back.
and he's gonna probably hit him for 2K.
And I wonder if this is going to come back and haunt Marcus because he didn't ram it.
Oh boy, if he has a call on it, that'd be kind of stupid.
So, let's see.
Because if he didn't use the effective Vega, he can.
And and he is free to attack.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't be able to attack with Castel, which is the safest play.
Oh,
There's
but
the call.
There's the call.
Oh, here we go.
And
and Vanny's emptiness.
Shut it out.
And he didn't have the MST.
No MST, no wiretap.
He is currently at the bottom of the graveyard.
Yes.
So that's going to take him down to 6,000.
At least the emptiness is going to stop sarcasm, though.
So it's a Curry Bandit.
Oh,
There's a card we haven't seen today.
that
So
card
there's
is
the
going
Curry
to
Bandit.
We haven't
So
seen that card.
the emptiness.
Oh,
Burning a band, Phoenix
boy.
Wind Blast, Compulsory Evacuation Device, Allure of Darkness, and Mathematician.
So we got the graph.
So he has 3 choices to pick from.
The alert sounds looks pretty good.
The compulse is safe, though.
Compulse is safe.
Compulse is very safe.
Phoenix Wing.
One of the stronger cards in his
Doesn't
deck.
matter. It's player knowledge.
So he's going to opt for the Allure of Darkness, it seems, right now.
Maybe he's digging for cards, it seems.
Yeah.
he could very well be. With a button full of dark monsters, that might be the case.
I can't tell which one that is, but he's going to get a Burning Abyss here.
Yeah, yes, he will.
It's graph.
It's Graph, therefore.
Graph.
So he's going to get some. What,
He's
he's going to get
get
special?
Skarm down, face down. And defense, so he can search next turn.
That's going to be great.
No, he can't special. Vanity's emptiness.
Ooh. Yes, but Curry Bandit.
Curry Bandit.
But
No,
This is the current discussion.
no,
right now.
Vanny's Emptiness will activate,
Yeah.
and then it'll destroy it. We can't make that special summon because it's still in the field. So,
Yep. I think that's what they were discussing.
so
right
he
now.
can't do it. Yep.
I don't know if that was a misplay on Marcus, maybe.
No, it was just just a situation he can do anything.
Call the Hunter would have let Vega summon Altair, summon to
Yeah.
And
You're
then
right.
they would have been able to attack.
Yeah.
After he attacked with the spell.
So it's now back to Hanko.
Bandit is so strong. Just
Yeah.
loaded 5 cards in the pair.
Altair.
Altair didn't answer.
Strange, he's
Unless
going
he
for the
plays,
Altair
like,
play.
Valor. I don't think he runs Valor.
I think he'll go for the Vega here.
Yeah, if he's doing that, because
There
it
you
doesn't
go.
make any sense to some of the Deneb, because if he does that, he's going less damage
Here we go.
out of his hand. So there's
Yeah.
1,000 right there offhand.
He's taking 1,000 off the
That Alzheimer.
Alzheimer.
There's 14 right there with Alzheimer.
So 14 and 17 is 32. It's 31, sorry.
Oh.
High.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh, God, guys. Wait, what? No. Apparently the match is...
No, we lost a bit of lost our connection there a little bit there. Sorry for that. But Hanko's got Marcus down to about 1,900, and he's now bringing out the Deltaros. Well, not
Looks
quite
like
1,900.
Is the stream down?
Damn it. Stream's down.
Yeah, the stream is down right now.
Kenneth. Stream is down. You fixed it?
Yeah,
If it's okay.
yeah, I think we're back on now. So hold on. Yeah, hold up for now.
Okay, it's good now, apparently. And
All right.
we are reconnected. Sorry about
All right.
that, guys. I believe we've had a little bit of a connection problem there.
Yeah,
but it
but-
looks like we're good.
Yeah, we did stop the duel a little bit there, so that way you didn't miss so much of the action there.
So, yeah, we've... Hanko's made a Deltaros, and Marcus is summoned a tour guide and made Skarm. Possibly going for, let me see, Dante.
Maybe a Dante. You never know. But he does have to deal with that Deltaros, though.
So a Dante...
So there's a
made-
Dante.
So Dante is a good play. Dante and Shadows is so cool, too.
Because it synergizes really well.
Light. Just Shadow Fusion and get your stuff back.
And he will.
Super poly it.
And he will activate the effect of Dante, and he's probably going to mill 3. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh, looked like there was 2 Sinister Shadow Games and a Phoenix Wing Blast. That's not cards you want to mill, Dante.
That is upsetting.
Absolutely. So he's going to swing the Castel, go huddle to defense mode here. Setting 3.
And 2 in hand.
How many Wing Blasts do you bet are back there?
2.
At least, minimum?
And end phase, he's going to search with effective Skarm.
Wow. Look at all those plus.
Like I said, you can't keep up with Marcus's deck. Even if you didn't have every turn.
And there's no syncering in that deck?
I didn't see any tuners.
So it's just all Exceed and Fusion.
He's combined rank 3s with the fusion.
And 5s too?
I haven't seen Astro Force either.
No.
I don't know if he plays Astro Force.
So it's going to be Hanko's turn now.
I don't know if that would be a good play.
Staring down the Dante and 3 back rows. Let's see what he can do to get out of this. If he can advance in the game, we're going to have to see what he can do here.
So he has Shadow Games.
So right off the bat, there comes the Sinister Shadow
It's so
Games.
weird to see a Shadow Games with a Dante home forward.
And it looks like he's taking out Dragon. And there's the bottomless Trapple.
Wow. That was really huge.
So using the
Sinister.
Sinister...
And
there's a Karma Cut.
Wow.
Doing it to make sure that there's no wiretap. To make sure...
Seer's gonna summon Skirm and
So he's using cards that are so powerful that they need cost, but the cost is irrelevant because of the Burning Abyss. It's just too strong.
Yes. They will get their effects off. They discard outlet of Karma Cut.
replaced every single card.
Yeah. Every single card he's used, he's replaced it with another card.
Hanko's going to set a monster, and that's it. And you don't see a setting monster from Satellarknight so much. So this signifies that it's not going to be something that is going to want to
He's
set.
in a huge defensive, and he has 3 cards in hand.
You can almost tell Hanko's demeanor as well that he's not in a winning game state. Like, he knows he's down.
Absolutely. Because if he's just got one set monster and no back rows,
And Marcus
definitely.
is just thinking like a couple turns ahead too.
Marcus has commanding field right now, definitely. And you got to wonder what his next play is going to be to take a bleed advantage of this.
Detach for 3.
I mean, he may be down on life points,
Yeah.
but
Does he not have a problem with milling 3 for cost and then milling shadows on it?
I don't think he has a problem. But again, when stuff like that happens and you mill Super Volley and Soul Charge with Dante, it's dangerous playing Dante's game. It's like playing Lightsworns back in the day. You need your 4 Lightsworns.
Milling like a charge and a recharge where you needed it the most, and
Or milling a bunch of spells.
yeah.
or like a beckoning light that could have got back all your JDs and a BLS.
Yeah.
And honest maybe. The wombo combos. Better than Bowie.
Nope, nobody's better than Bowie.
Henny wants to commentate. He's like, I bet there's a karma face down
Yeah.
there. Oh baby called it.
Bound to be someone to think they're better than
And
me.
there is the what is that?
So he's.
It's not
That is the beginning
Beginning
of
of
the
the
end.
That was a card he played against me as well. It's banished. You have to have 7 or more darks.
7 or more darks, banish 5, draw 3.
And drawing 3. Oh my goodness.
The beginning of the end. So it wasn't a Lure of Darkness that he got off the Curry Bandit. That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
it
beginning of
was
the end.
actually.
So we were fooled.
They look very similar. They are, especially the
Exactly. It's very tough to
Beginning
tell
of the
from this
end?
camera
And-
angle.
and Allure of Darkness. They look
Allure of
very
Darkness.
similar.
They're very similar because they're just a bunch of black.
It's just
Well,
it's just darkness.
it was the way that they used the old tees the first time, I think, when
Yeah.
they were making that print.
Yeah. I had about 100 beginning of the ends, and I thank Marcus for raising the value on those cards.
You could very well have done that.
Marcus?
It hasn't been
Hey,
reprinted.
Joe, happy
no,
with
it had
no.
not been reprinted. No.
It was
Only in
before 5Ds, so
yeah.
we won't probably see it anymore.
Yeah, it's only in Phantom of Darkness. And it looks like he's going to break out the Ghost Trick Alucard here to finish off that
So the Alucard,
set
get
monster.
rid of that set monster.
More than likely a Deneb.
Oh, ukulele.
Oh, ukulele.
And he has Shadow Fusion.
Oh, no.
The pain begins.
This is a pain.
He's loading, and the Winda on top of that. He's going to draw with Shadal Biz and the Falco. And he gets the Falco out, and oh my gosh, what a commanding field he's got. To Hanko's 1 card in hand, and he's got 1 more coming from his deck on the draw.
More mature.
I just think that Regeki would be a great card to use in this situation.
Yeah, it'll only do so much damage here.
And the window is impervious to the Regeki.
Yes, the Dante will get back a floater. Alucard will go, and the Falco will just replace. Searches for tour guide. I don't think Hanko is going to be able to get out of this one. A very difficult situation, and he's just scooping up right there. And I honestly cannot blame him. That was a menacing field.
Deserves to win this event based on the way he's been playing this game alone.
I think that the innovation in his deck allows him to win
No,
this game.
we can't
And the match possibly, right?
We can't rule out Hanko though. He's been a resilient player so far.
A similar deck topped the YCS Dallas or won it.
Similar, yes. But Bowie's right. We should not count out Hanko quite
No.
the side deck is real.
Side deck.
And I'm not sure if we have the lists here, but
We don't have him with us, but we know Hanko has quite a.
Hanko has a good sideboard towards the Burning Abyss and Shadow matchup.
Yes, he does have Shadow Mirrors in there.
Yep.
And a Soul Drain.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Soul
we
Drain.
can't forget his favorite tech, the one of
The Imperial Custom. He has Imperial Custom sided. So if he's able to have that up and set up the floodgates, he could very well just cripple
All
Marcus's
of his,
complete strategy.
The Imperial Custom I don't see doing very much because Marcus isn't playing defensively. And even so, he doesn't play with Sinister Shadow Games defensively.
And Karma Cut can just get rid of like
Karma Cut, though.
the monsters.
Karma Cut and Phoenix Moon Blast are the winning, I think, are the cards that are going to win him the game. Because Karma Cut did a devastating blow to Hanko in the game prior.
Absolutely, because if you're able to take out a Deneb and then take out the rest in the grave, you know, your Altair plays have significantly become a lot weaker.
The Deltaros.
We just got some deck lists here.
So this is his
For
side deck.
Hanko Chow.
Marcus, I can't read his channel.
Mark Curtis.
He has Max C's in it.
So he's playing Outstanding Dog Maroon.
He's Dog Maron.
43 cards.
Well, it's
Yeah,
understandable
no.
he's playing the Dog Maron
Yeah.
if he has so many cards fitting in one
Mark is
deck.
playing because that's his only light target.
He changed to two
towards
tour
towards his Shadow Fusion.
So he's playing 2 everything except for. Oh, so he's playing 1 Hedgehog, 1 Maroon, 3 Shadow Fusion. Dante of the Trial. He's playing 2 Dante.
And notice that Mark Curtis also has Ally of Justice Cycle Reader.
Synchro. He does have Arcanite Magician. And Leo.
He's got Cycle Reader in there too.
Who does?
Mark Curtis.
Yeah, Cycle Reader.
Absolutely. So that's definitely a card that's going to be sided in.
I see here Trap Stun.
Oh my
For
lord.
Hanko.
Oh my lord. Cycle Reader can exceed for 3 and Synchro for 6.
Oh yes.
And
It is a level 3 tuner indeed. So there's some versatility with that card.
My lord.
It seems that Marcus doesn't need the Burning Abyss tuner. He found one for himself.
He found one for himself.
Which also doubles as hurting Hanko if he doesn't decide to
Now,
use it as a tuner.
let's say you kill like 2 Dantes with like a Regeki, and can you play
Yeah,
Ally
the-
Justice Cycle
it
Reader
is a
with
quick.
Banish
It is a quick effect.
and,
Quick effect,
and
yeah.
they won't get their effects, right? Like they hit grave, but they get banished.
No, they already acted in the graveyard. So if they're already
yeah.
banished, they still get their effects.
Still
Yeah.
get their effects?
That's why DD Crow isn't good for this this matchup. You know what is good? Necro Valley, because they can't remove things and add things back for Dante and
Can't target the grave.
and they can't. And well, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole Necro Valley's.
So that's a fan favorite of Toronto.
Yeah, even though we haven't seen it at all today, but Necrovalley seems to be a popular side deck for Shaddolls to use
The
against
Windsor
the
players were
anti-venom.
dissing us. They were saying, I was talking with them. They said, Necrovalley is a good side deck option, playing in Shadows against other decks. And they're like, oh, that's Toronto, and they thought that Shadow spellbooks were good too. So what does that tell them about them? And I'm like, whoa.
Shaddolls are, as you can see by the map on the character
Yeah.
referenced on the YOCC map for this season, it's Shaddolls. Shaddolls are going to win this format. It's just the long and the short of it. Whether it be a hybrid version of Shaddolls like Marcus's deck, you know what I mean? But I think that if Hanko beats him here, this could change the format completely.
Yeah.
It could very well. I'm not going to write off Hanko quite yet. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's very hot.
Is this it's best of 3, right?
It is best of
It's
3.
Best of 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We could have done best of 5, but that would have been a long day.
No, that definitely would have been.
I bet they're tired. The players are tired.
I think everybody wants to go home soon.
Like it's what now? 7 something? Oh, it's 8:30.
8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Been here since 8 in the morning.
It's 8 in the morning. Yeah, we've been here for 12 hours.
That's 12 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I don't mind if the winner of this doesn't mind it.
He's smiling because he's already guaranteed his $44.
That's great, yes. And that's the great thing about it.
Round 2 of fight.
The streamers. Look at
Yeah, we got lots of people on here. Bowie thinks Hanko is very hot. Whoa!
I think Hanko's very hot. that hat.
All
All homo.
All right, and here we are starting game 2 with Hanko with 4 back row, and Marcus
only milk.
opens the tour guide.
Homo milk.
And there's the Vanity's Emptiness on the tour guide, so nothing doing there.
1,000 damage.
There's 1,000 right there.
Marcus isn't phased by it. He's just gonna set some pack row and pass.
And sets 2, and he's going to pass.
Hanko can just, yeah.
When you're up game one, there's not a lot of pressure at all. You can poke with 1,000 and be like, oh, I'm done for my turn. You know what I mean?
But you're scary. You're the one that has lost.
Absolutely.
Because it's like I have to win the next two.
This is a common problem with Satella Knights. They cannot get a monster in the first hand, and that's seemingly what the problem is
And
for
the
Hanko now.
mathematician right there can send a dragon and pop it.
Yes.
He doesn't even need to.
Yeah, Satella Knights.
He could pop another card and then both of them would go, right?
Yeah, Satella Knights generally have a low monster count.
He went beast. So he's going to play around the vanities. He doesn't even care.
Oh, he's just trying to gain the advantage at this point. He
Yeah,
has advantage, and now he's trying to gain it further.
He's going for the beast and draw the card, and he's probably going to swing for 25,
It's a
and
free draw.
looks like both of them are hitting home right now.
Mathematician is so versatile, just like Foolish Burial.
And look at all those back rows. He has 3 in hand.
And it's
MST,
end phase Typhoon.
The bottomless?
It's a blind space.
Oh, no. That's
Oh, it's a middle of a catastrophe.
Oh, Malcat. Isn't that on his side deck?
Yeah.
Yep. So he shuts off his own Vanity's emptiness, and now he summons
Altair.
Altair.
Altair is going to attack.
But
the other guy.
no
He's gonna
effects.
Let it go through. He doesn't need to do anything.
700.
Like I said, Altair being his only monster right now, if he loses his Altair, this could be the game for him.
It's going to be a very difficult situation for Hanko right off the bat. And Marcus doesn't seem like he's got any signs of slowing down whatsoever.
You can already see a couple monsters.
Oh, there's a Shadal fusion.
So Hanko has the warning or alpha.
He's going
He's
to
an
alpha.
And looks like he drew a Maxi.
Yeah, but he's going to have to sacrifice some
Also
some
on
life
his side deck,
here.
and Hanko's side deck is Maxi.
That's going to leave him wide open. Here comes a Curry Bandit.
He can just attack.
He can, and it's going to be a very safe risk for Marcus as he's going to attack with both the Mathematician
2,500 damage.
and the Curry Bandit.
And excavating and searching a spell and potentially getting Burning Abyss effects.
Yeah, being
Here we go. Here comes the Burning Abyss.
it is being able to excavate.
Storm end phase. And he's going to get a Karma Cut.
Being able to excavate here and still have a monster on board is
It's almost
really a dangerous situation here for Hanko, and a great positioning for Marcus here.
Hopefully we're not as loud. I know you're here. But this is the first time we've been commentating for these events.
Oh, yeah, we're just getting out the kinks.
We're just getting on the kinks, yeah.
All right, there's a reinforcement in the army now. Finally, he can possibly get something going, and he's going to go for the Vega.
So he has the Deneb.
The Vega, so he's probably got something in his hand finally.
Interesting. He
Could be a
played it
Deneb,
off.
and it
There
is
it
the
is.
Deneb, and he will let it go through.
The
Successfully.
player knows the plays.
It didn't seem like he had
There's not
any
many places in that
monsters.
deck.
It didn't seem like he had
No,
any
but he did get something he finally wanted, and there's the Altair.
That
and
emptiness, though.
maybe he can get something going here.
Yeah, I mean, he can. He always goes into Castel. That's his like #1 choice.
Well, Castell's amazing.
And now he's faced the tough decision now because Deneb can only match the Mathematician. The Vega can't go over it, so if he has to succeed to get over it, but if he does, he leaves himself open for a Shadal fusion. So he's got a decision to make
And
here.
Marcus has a decent back row probably.
Yeah,
The only way Hanko can Hanko doesn't have trap stun, does he?
I can't remember if
There's no possibility of that.
Hanko does not have trap stuns. He chose to go.
Everything in his deck is relevant.
He goes to go triple wiretap. Actually,
Oh yeah, he
so.
has the wiretap.
Oh my, yeah. He actually played wiretap on me a couple games.
He had consecutive against the. That's how he got to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 wiretap down and just shut him down from Michael from.
Was it Michael? It was Matt.
Yeah, he's right. He's right behind us.
So Hanko now
That look though.
faced with a tough decision. Now he's got to figure out what's he going to do to the situation. Does he have to go exceed summon to get rid of that Mathematician?
He doesn't have to. He can just. How many cards does Marcus have in his hand? Like 6 or 7.
This is going to show if he has Call the Haunted down as
Yeah.
well, because if he has Call the Haunted, he'll crash. I don't understand why he wouldn't crash. You got to advance game state somehow. And that's the best way to do it in Hanko's position.
He can just.
It's just
I think he really wants to Castel.
It's really rough because you don't really want to give him that extra draw, and Marcus already has a lot of cards as
Oh,
it
he's
is.
gonna Gandaiva.
And he's going to go to Gandaiva.
Ooh, that's an interesting card.
So,
So I'll let you detach.
Taking a look here.
And
Yep.
negate a special summon of the monster.
yeah, he won't let those
Either
level 4
player's
special
turn,
summons
right?
happen. So
I
he's
think
going to
it's
smack
gonna
over
So
the Mathematician.
he'll just attack and draw.
He's gonna, but like I said, you had to advance game state somehow.
I mean, yeah,
600.
but like he may even just have a shadow fusion, and that could just completely wreck that.
With
play.
so many cards in his hand, he's going to draw to 7, so
We-
absolutely.
We know he'd search for Storm last turn.
He's
and-
got
and
7
you don't
cards
get-
in his hand.
Yeah.
7 cards in his hand.
But he's
It's
just going to
7.
set a monster.
Because Satella Knights are all about getting the +1.
No, he's going to take that back.
He's either, well, he's even beating him in terms of the pluses every time.
That's what I'm saying, because every card he makes or uses, he gains a card for. That's why crashing the Deneb was not a bad play, because he needed to advance game state, and he was going to draw that card regardless.
Yep. Omega Shenron, let's go.
It's quite lucky right now that Marcus hasn't played a Shell Fusion. He may not be carrying it in his hand, but having extra deck monster against a Shadal deck is very risky.
This guy's complaining that Marcus took Karmica instead of something else. I'm like,
So Marcus opts to set 2 more back row, totaling 3, and a monster to end his turn.
probably like a shadow.
Playing conservative, and he doesn't need to rush it. He has complete control of this game so far.
Dio is just going to attack, and Marcus does have the Karmica, but he could save it for something
Well,
worse
we'll
later.
go to see what tests.
He's just going to let it go through.
And it's a Squalmata,
So go away.
and that's going to destroy it.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
for Hanko.
Yeah, he just chose to slow roll it, and
So
that's what
Altair.
happens. So Altair comes out for Deneb.
He's going to search for another Altair.
Oh, and he's going to...
Marcus could wait for him to keep using all of his cards, and then he can just Karma cut the Deneb, and then the Deneb that's in the grave. Or like another one, right?
Yeah, but he would probably want to wait for all 3 Denebs to be in there.
Or even Altairs. He can...
If he can get it.
Well, the thing is, Hanko knows that he has Karma Cut, so he's going to have to try and play around that, which is going to be tough.
Which is why I don't know why he made an XYZ play. It just focuses down the target for Karma Cut.
And now he's just set a monster, and
Yes.
he set a back row, and he's got 2 monsters, the Altair and the Deneb in the defensive one.
And Dixie.
So here comes a Sinister Shadow Games on the way of Marcus.
In about 45 minutes. Yes. Yes.
So what is he going to dump here?
I'm on right now. See you later. Just calling back in like an hour. Alright.
I think Hanko's deciding if he wants to have a response to this, and he will wiretap it, sending it back.
A card in Marcus's side deck.
And that's and remember, Hanko plays 3 wiretap.
Yep.
He definitely does not want to let any traps go through.
Oh, sorry, Hanko's side deck.
Hanko siding. So now Marcus has what? 4 in hand? He still has 4 in hand.
That's what I'm saying. Marcus has extreme advantage at some points.
And he's got so many cards in his hand right now. I think he's got about 5, or 4, it looks like 4 for now. I don't know if he's sneaking a card underneath there, but
Satella Knights always
Love.
are good at keeping advantage, and but they're not really good at gaining advantage from a point.
for the most part, well,
Like, until they get to a
can't say that too much because there's also the end phase call of the Haunted play, which builds it right back.
We don't want to talk too loud because then they're going to hear us.
Yeah, he's right.
So looks like Marcus is going to set a monster here. Now he's got 4 in his hand. Still playing rather conservative.
That's weird. Marcus didn't play conservative. I don't believe all tournament
I
setting
think
monsters.
it looks like he just had a handful of monsters here, and he's just waiting for that spell trap card to be able to help turn this game around. And I think it's causing him to play so conservatively.
See, but Hanko could have an alpha back there, and if Hanko has an alpha back there,
It looks like he does because he did summon an Altair and just leave it to M out there. It's very possible. I mean, there are other reasons why he would leave the field like that, but it's a possibility that we can't deny. So he does summon a Deneb, and he's going to search a Vega. And now he's going to switch that other Deneb into attack mode, and he could very well be going off on the offensive here. So he will be attacking Deneb with Deneb.
a
on the
strong
set monster.
push, 3 monster push here.
And it's a super pulverization.
devastating.
Hanko just throws his hands in the air.
Devastating
He's
card.
not happy at all.
So the Altair and the Hog.
And a hedgehog. So we're getting at a
There's
construct.
The constructs. So now we got 2 chain links.
If he's
So
if
let's
he's
see if Hanko has a response. to
Actually,
the,
it's 3. He did discard. He actually discarded a Burning Abyss
Abyss,
monster.
so he's gonna get the
He's
Burning
gonna Burning
Not
Abyss,
not
the
only
hedgehog,
that.
and the construct.
the construct should be sending a Shadow Fusion here, just because if he doesn't, he loses the construct. I'm not saying he'll lose advantage, but he'll definitely lose field advantage.
It's definitely worth sending a shadow.
Absolutely.
But as you said before, Joseph, this is the
Inversely
beauty
aligned.
of this deck. The beauty of this deck is that he's replacing every single card he plays, and so he can maintain a card advantage.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty of
I'm
this.
surprised we haven't seen this earlier in the streams.
Yes, I can't. Well, Marcus is a good player, very good player. I think he's repping repping CM right now, isn't he? I'm not sure what.
Yeah,
side
he
CM,
he
yeah.
recently moved to Toronto a couple years ago from Ottawa. Ever since he made the move to Ottawa, his gameplay is significantly and drastically improved here, and now he's been regarded as one of the top players now in the in the GTA area.
But let's not count on Hanko here. Which West
Absolutely not.
He won a regionals with what was it? Evils, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did.
So not only is he forcing out his back row, he's going to karma cut the Deneb, and any other copies would get banished from his grave, right? I don't think he has it doesn't matter. Like, he's going to get so much pluses off that. So he's going to discard, was it Burning Abyss?
Looks like a shit all dragon.
Unfortunately, you won't get a plus here.
You
but
won't
I feel
get
the
that
karma
effect.
cut will do the damage necessary.
Yeah, so it's going to get rid of that. Construct's going to send. Probably, as you said, the Shadow.
It looks like he's getting the Deneb that was special summon. No, that was normal
And
summon.
the Burning Abyss gets a surge. Holy shit.
But that's why it's the Burning Abyss that keeps the engine going beyond the breaking point.
And notice how he decided to take out the Deneb that was normal summon rather than special summon. Perhaps fearing the Honest that could be in the hand there that Hanko could may or may not have.
He got the one that was normal. Yeah. So
So he could
the
be just
construct,
doing that for the safety of Honest.
Beast and drew one, and now he's using Extent Beast.
Hanko has it looks like 3 cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like about 3 cards, and Mark has got about 5. Yeah, 5.
Like I said, keeping the advantage is so easy for Marcus.
Technically, Marcus only has just
You're
one more
playing
card
on
than
their
Hanko.
turn every time.
The fact that you just discard a card for cost and get an effect from it is why that it so synergizes. Like, you know what I mean? It synergizes so well.
So tour guide. Oh,
And here comes the tour guide, but the Max C comes out.
Here we go. Like, that's probably one of the only good cards that it's good against Max C right now. I don't think if you Max C a Shadow Fusion, you don't get much from it, to be honest with
you
you.
got one card.
If they're gonna Falco, right?
Although it's not that bad
You
for
don't even
Marcus
need it,
right
though.
now.
You could just Squamata and Beast, and then just you get your draw, you get your pluses still.
Yep.
Your field doesn't phase it.
But the good thing for Marcus is that he can just stop right here. He doesn't need to advance the game any further. He can just go with this
not.
and perfectly be comfortable.
He has so much advantage right now.
Yeah, that Construct's going to safely be able to attack that special summon Deneb.
So he's gonna go into a Dante.
But he will exceed summon, and he will give him an extra draw.
Or he go to Alucard.
It's very dangerous giving Satellas another card. It could be anything. It could be a Soul
Alpha.
Charge, an Alpha.
Oh, he's gonna attack directly.
It looks like a Nightmare Shark.
Ooh, is that a Castell? And he's detaching.
No, it looks like
No, it's
Oh, it's a Nightmare
Nightmare
Shark.
Shark. Yeah, it could be a Castell. But it does look like a Nightmare Shark on this end.
Oh,
That's it. It's all over, folks, and there it is.
Done.
You have our Season 1 finale champion, Marcus, winning with Shadal's Burning Abyss. Congratulations to you, Marcus.
You have won the first ever
YOCC.
YOCC Season 1 Championship.
Yes.
And you get that lovely playmat at the top there.
That mat.
On your right.
He'll be taking that mat home as well as the mat he's using underneath his cards and cold hard cash.
Oh,
$222 along with that. That's a good day.
Yeah, that was not bad for a couple hours of use.
I don't think anyone's going to complain.
You won 2 Dante's worth of stuff.
2 Dante's worth of stuff, yep. He could arguably build any deck he wants now.
No
even
one's
though
gonna
he has
complain.
the best
Here
deck.
is the best deck.